Hey everybody, it's Jade, one of your coaches here on this 5-day water hydration challenge that we're doing. And I'm coming here to show you how I do kombucha, because kombucha is a really good alternative. It helps with the probiotics. I've been making and drinking kombucha for like 15 years now. I started following a lady, Cultured Food for Life, and she does a lot of probiotics and kefir, water kefir, fermented veggies, and kombucha. So I'm going to show you how I make kombucha. The first thing you want to do is you want to get your tea. So you can use black tea, you can use green tea. Black tea is the best because it is the most easiest to ferment. So you want to get your black tea. I do about 6 tea bags to 1 cup of organic cane sugar. You can use succulent, you can use, you don't want to use honey, you don't want to use maple syrup, but you just want to use a sugar. Refined white sugar isn't the best option, so that's why you use the organic cane sugar. And then you're going to use about 3 quarts of filtered water. You don't want to use tap water because of the chlorine in the tap water. So the chlorine is going to kill the probiotics that you're trying to make. So I already pre-made this. So this is a gallon of already pre-made tea. So we're going to use this. And then here is my kombucha that I've already brewed for the last 7 to 10 days. So these here, this is the secret right here. And I'm just going to pour off some already. So this is a SCOBY, and you can see the old ones here, which are still good. So SCOBY is a single colony of bacteria and yeast. So this is what makes and ferments your kombucha. So this one here, this is the new one that formed, and these are the mothers. So this we call a baby. So you can pull them apart, and you can use these to put in each vessel that you're fermenting. So I have 3 jars. I'm just going to pour each one of them off. And sometimes, because this stuff does, you get a lot of it out of each brew that you do, you can peel these off if you're not making a lot of them and do what I call a SCOBY hotel, where you just put them in a vessel like one of these, and you just let them sit there and just wait until you want to either give them away or you want to make more. So each one of these is from a brew that I made. So we're going to take these and I'm going to put them in these vessels because I'm upgrading from the little vessels that I had. So you want to take your kombucha SCOBYs and you want to put them, I'm going to take a couple of them and just put them into your vessel. And then you want to take about a cup of this starter here. You want to keep that as the liquid to help brew your new batch. So there's those, and then I'm going to have to use one of these still because I have a lot of them. If anybody needs kombucha SCOBYs to get your kombucha started, let me know. I have lots of little ones that I can send you. So there's that, and then you always want to cover it with either a towel, paper towel, or a cheesecloth. That's going to keep the bugs and the Febreze from getting on it. So I got all the SCOBYs out of there, and then you just take about a cup of the starter liquid and you're going to put that in your new brewing vessel. Oops, as I make a mess. And then once you get that done, then you're going to pour your sweet tea that you made with your organic cane sugar and your filtered water, and you're just going to top it off. It's super simple. It looks difficult. It looks hard, but it's super, super simple to make. And it's such a healthy drink. It's very, it gives you that fuzz instead of pop. It gives you that fizzy feeling once you, which I'm going to show you how to second ferment it. So this is a first ferment. You don't want to put anything but the tea with the sugar in it. So you pour all that, and there's your brew. So these we're going to let sit on the counter. We're going to cover them up with some new paper towels. You can put like a rubber band on it and let it sit there. And you can just leave it sit on the counter for about a week to 10 days. If you like it more sour, you can do it for 10 days. If you don't like it as sour, you can do it for 7 days. I kind of switch back and forth depending. I kind of like mine between 7 and 10 days is how long I let mine brew. So I let that sit there. So those ones, I'm going to move these over here so I can show you what you do with the leftovers. So here's the good stuff. This is what you want to get after you do your brew. You're going to pour it into a vessel. So here's one that I've already second fermented. So this is my fruit flavoring. So I did strawberries and blueberries. And it gets, you can kind of see where this is where you get the fizz. And you can see where it gets that fizzy, almost carbonated feel on it. So this one I did for about 7 days now. And you can smell it. Smells kind of like, it definitely smells fermented, which, yeah. So I'll pour that off, get rid of the fruit that's in there, and then I'll drink this. So this is already second fermented made kombucha. So there's that one. So I'm going to do today, I love grape kombucha. So I'm going to make some grape kombucha. So this is what you do with your brew when you're done mixing it out. And let's see if I can pour this out without making a mess. Nope. So you're just going to want to pour it in a container. Funnels are great. I forgot my funnel. So you just pour it in a vessel. This one, you always want it on the second ferment. You want to have a tight container that does not release the air because you want it to get that fizz. So there's that. So on this container that I have this little fermenter top that lets the air out but keeps it sealed. So it has a nice tight seal on it. And I'm upgrading it to this container. So this container here, it has a latch on it that I can seal it off. When you're doing your second ferment, because it's going to get a lot of pressure from the fizz, is you're going to want to what's called burp it. So just release the pressure and then close it back up. You can second ferment for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, depending on how sweet or how sour you like your kombucha. So I'm going to take my grape juice, which is non-GMO organic, and I'm just going to pour it in to about almost the top, but not quite. And that's my fruit that has the fruit sugars and everything that's going to give it that fizzy flavor. And then I'm going to let that sit on the counter for probably about 7 days because I like mine with a little tart to it. It gives it that nice flavor. And then it'll be ready to go. Once you second ferment it and it's at the exact flavor you want it to with the right fizziness, then you just want to put it in the refrigerator so it slows down that process of fermenting. It's still going to ferment in the refrigerator, so if you do have it in a vessel like this, you do want to periodically burp it so that it doesn't explode, because the pressure will explode the glass. Had that happen to me one time. It was not fun. So anyway, so that's how we make kombucha. I'll post some recipes for you so you can make some yourself. If you want a SCOBY, let me know. I have lots of SCOBYs that if you're local, I drop it off with a little bit of starter tea. I will try to mail them if you're out of the area. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to seeing your comments and hearing from you. But yeah, so that's how you make kombucha. So thanks guys. Have a great day.